What's up, Rubits? Little Big Robots here with another video. Whoa. 1/134th, 1/135th scale full action plastic model kit. This is the JDSGF Type 073 tank Nacchin. You know, this is made by Kotobukiya, and I've seen these for, I think, years. On different sites. They were a cutesy little, I want to say they were a cutesy little startup, you know, like somebody's little project they wanted to make, and they made it, and then I don't know, was it picked up by Kotobukiya or something? So anybody knows out there, let me know, because I was fascinated by the design. I'm not as big on hyper stylized kits. I liked stylized graphics, toys, stuff like that, but not hyper stylized, meaning I like stuff that's not cartoony, like kind of like a like Lightyear, the movie Lightyear, for example. That was a stylized movie. I love that look where people and objects look kind of cartoony, but or at least not realistic, but they do look realistic with lighting and stuff and details. I don't necessarily want super stylized, meaning like a super cartoony, if that makes sense. So, you know, I like that with my model kits as well. So I saw this for a while and I thought, oh, and I think they used to be quite a bit smaller. You'd buy them in a little pack. Correct me if I'm wrong again. I'll need to look up the history of this guy or girl or whatever. And so I was like, oh, I'll pick some up. And I never thought about it. But then it started getting into these and I said, oh, these look really fun and they're not cheap. It's $40-something or whatever. But I was like, yeah, you know, I've heard things around the corner about these kits, you know, hey, those kits there are pretty fun. And I was like, you know, I'll check them out because I saw a lot of people buying them. They were really popular. They did it really well. I do need to add the fingers back because I was messing with it earlier and I pulled the fingers right off. But this is a good opportunity to kind of show you some of the details you get. Anyway, I built it, and as I was building it, I thought, man, this is a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. Where does this go? Right here? I'm sorry, I'm not even letting you see. I'm trying to put it right here. Where does this go? I always forget where these go. Bro, they go in there. It's always really hard to see. Oh, it's missing the thumb as well. Duh. Okay. So as I was building, I was thinking, oh man, you know what? These are really, really. Hey, look! It's the first time my black kitty has appeared on a video. Yahoo! My wife is gonna be so happy. And as I was building, I was like, you know, the engineering of this guy is great. The build quality is great. So, you know, I immediately start to try to answer the question, is it worth the price you pay? And I have to say undoubtedly, because these are so unusual. You don't necessarily have to appreciate the cartoony aspect of it. You don't necessarily have to get into you know, the design necessarily even, but you do have to appreciate that so much has gone, I think so much has gone into this kit. And we see so many of the same molds and looks for model kits, especially snap fit kind of bot mecha kits and stuff, that when you see something really new, you really do appreciate it. Not only are there some kind of unique design elements as far as, you know, the look of the thing, but also how it fits, you know, on the shelf, how it sits there. It uses its little cute little wire tail, but just simple fix. A little wire tail makes it a tripod and it'll stand up really good. Now this is only straight built. I haven't placed all these stickers and stuff. I don't know, are these stickers or are they, I don't know. I think those might be water slides. I don't know, but I'll look in a second here. And you're just building, you're like, wow, that's really fun. And you're seeing how it's going together. Oh, that's really cute, you know. But when you're first building it, some of these parts, you're not quite sure, unless you're familiar with them already, you're not quite sure what's going to what. And so as you're building, you're kind of like, oh, that's cool. So he stands on these little bitty cat-like paws with the tail that extends. It does have an area that you can place, I think that's where, a little adapter to put it on a stand so you can really kind of animate it like this, because other than standing like a tripod, it's a bit hard to, you know, do anything with because the feet are so tiny. But that's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with you having to use a stand to make it display cool, because it's one of those just unusual kits. I just had so much fun building that alone made it worth the cost. It does this cool thing, and you might have seen this in my new Bandai Scope Dog review, which the Bandai Scope Dog I did not like. Go check that out. I'll put it in the description maybe, or just look for it in my recents. But this put that Scope Dog to shame because it's just so much more not only detailed but well engineered, and it did this thing with the cockpit where you can see a little person can sit in there. And it looks more sturdy despite the little cat legs than that Scope Dog. And it really, really kind of upset me. Kind of made me a little sad because a Scope Dog is one of my favorite designs ever. And to have a bad kit of it, especially come out in the year of our Lord 2024, I was just like, why is this happening to me? The fingers bend and everything. I believe they have individual. Do they have individual? I can't remember. They do not. So each finger, though, is loose. So you can pose it. I'm being a little careful right now because this arm kept falling off. I think I didn't squeeze it on there right. The hands putting together were a little tedious, but not too bad. You start with the cockpit and you start to build it up. And at first there's a few little spots you're like when you're putting in the eyes there, which you can't see because it's hidden down. But when you pop it up, you can see the eyes. And you can really, really simply just pop this out like this. Ooh. Ooh. And then add whatever. I think these are stickers, I guess. They might be stickers. You can put whatever you want on there. Thinking. Look at that. It's just really cool. So if these are stickers, these are going to be great. Let me look it up real quick because I've got to know now, and a lot of you might want to know. Well, I'm fine with water slides as well, but sticker technology has gone so far now that... one other thing that is kind of strange about this is... Well, I guess it's not strange because this is Kota Bakoya. Does not do English really in their directions, instructions, which really is a super shame. It's a real shame because Bandai is so on top of that stuff right now. Let's see. I'm not seeing... Somebody tell me. I think those are water slides. I need to pull them out and check. But either way, it's going to be fantastic to put those on there, like the number and stuff. But these are great for customization. I've seen them anytime you see like a video or something of a model show, for example, where customs are put, like people will put a table of their favorite custom, like a model club will put up a table and have all their custom stuff at it, cars and stuff and model kits and stuff. You'll see these guys in there done up really cool. One thing that's really neat is like how the arm goes in there. You see its ball and socket joint for the shoulder there. It's a really interesting, very simple kind of concept, but I'm so used to seeing, look at that, how it seems simple, I guess I should say, but it's not. Look at it. Look at how detailed that is. So that part in there, I believe, moves on its own as well. Let's see. I can't remember. Yeah, look at that. That moves. Ooh. Then you have the shoulder part that moves on top of that. There's the hand as it goes together. This design we've seen before where it kind of clasps. Oops. So you got to be careful with these where it kind of clasps or hold the fingers in place. You know what? I might have the wrong fingers in the wrong spots. That might be doing it. I don't know. But other than that, other than the thumb falling off, there it is, Mr. Thumb. Speaking of which, I dropped another thing on the floor. Don't let me forget to get that. Please leave it in the comments. Other than the fingers falling off, the thing feels really sturdy. So I don't want you to think that it's not a sturdy kit. It's a little difficult to get there in first. There we go. So you might put a spot of glue in there, but once you have it in place, it really does hold its shape well and has a nice expressive hand. Also, it's cool that on this kit with these tiny little legs, you have this massive hand. It's kind of funny. It's got a lot of neat little things like that. Also, look at the arm. It's just where the hand, because it's a chibi type model, the forearm is so short. It looks like the hand is just rotating on a stick. But it really works in the long run. I love the design of it. These side skirt kind of shield things are cool on the shoulders. So you just pop that in there like that. But again, the great part about this is all that detail inside there that you can add lights to. I'm sure people have done all sorts of crazy things to it. It's got towing cables from what I can tell here. Little towing cables there, like an old Sherman tank or an old tank has. So it's just got a great look and feel. I like how this goes back together. It's a little tedious, but not too bad. But I love how that slides down like that. And you have this really cool... Oh, I took his eyeballs out. But anyway, his eyes would go in there. Or I guess you could remove them like that and the pilot could see out. Now, one thing I was thinking would be kind of interesting to do, which probably wouldn't be that hard to do, is take off a leg. Let's see if we can even do that. I forget how these go on. So they go in like a basic like that. And you could probably pretty easily put a full-size leg on it. And I know that kind of is defeating the purpose of the kit. Don't get me wrong. I love the little legs and everything. But if you're not really sold on those, if it's just a little bit too cute for you, throw some standard size legs on there, whatever you want to call them, average size, I guess, legs on there. And you'll have kind of a standard sized kit. But super fun build. I love these guys. If you can pick one up, do so. If you pick them up on sale, even better. But after building this one, I want to get another one, or maybe collect the whole little line. I don't know if there's other versions. I mean, I know there are other versions, but I don't know how many other versions. And kind of collect the whole line and have them, because each build is just really, really fun. It was a fun little build. You want to sit down on a Saturday night with a beer and build something, this is a great thing to go for. So anyway, enjoy, everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.